Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry I haven't been doing reviews this month just because of all that end of year tests and whatnot. So I decided to focus on that and forget you. So yeah, I know it's the 6th of June, but I'm going to do the reviews for last month, and I'm going to do all the John Green reviews now, and all the Jackson Pearce book reviews in a separate video, which hopefully I will get up by the end of this week. So the John Green books I read this month were Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns, and The Fault in Our Stars. So first, let's talk about Looking for Alaska. This book follows Miles Halter, and we're introduced to him as kind of a geeky person. He's quite a introvert, I think that's what you call them, when they like to be alone. And he has a thing for famous people's last word. This year is quite a special year for him as he is moving to a new school, a new college. He's moving to college, and he's introduced to us as quite a loner. And basically, when he moves to this college, he makes friends. He makes his first friend called the Colonel, something like that. And also Alaska Young. Alaska Young is introduced to us as quite a party animal, you could say. I'm not sure that's right. She's quite a strange, mysterious character, and we don't really understand her until much later on into the novel. Then it basically follows Miles and his journey through discovering himself and other people and journeying through pranks and whatnot. It's also written in a way like before and then after, and what before is leading up to is an event that will change their lives completely, and I wasn't expecting it. Like, I was quite shocked at what it was, but awesome book. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I liked it probably the most out of the other two, so this is probably my favourite book by John Green as of yet. And yeah, so definitely a read rating and 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read by John Green was Paper Towns. I went into this book expecting too much, I guess, because I just finished this book and I was kind of expecting another Looking for Alaska, and just an FYI, don't, because this is probably the complete opposite of Looking for Alaska. It follows Quentin Jacobson, and he used to be friends with this person called Margot Roth Spiegelman, and when they were young they find a dead body, and then it flashes forward to present day, and we find out that him and Margot aren't friends. Margot's kind of went on to be quite a cool person, and he's kind of fell into the background and become quite a loner. He does have 2 friends, and they're pretty awesome, I have to say. And Margot is basically obsessed with these mysteries, and one night she knocks on his door and she asks him if he can help her with a prank she wants to pull off, and he does, and they basically have an all-nighter, and they bond, and he starts to like her even more. And then the next day, she's mysteriously went missing, and that is basically what this book's about. Because she is so in love with mysteries, she's left quite vague clues, which Quentin thinks he has to follow, and he does, and he tries to find her. I read this book in 3 days. I liked it because it was one of them books that you don't want to stop reading, but it's not amazing either. But I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't terrible. I think I was just expecting too much. I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars, and it's definitely a read rating, but not as good as Looking for Alaska. Then the final book I read by John Green was The Fault in Our Stars. It was pretty close to the feelings I had whilst reading Looking for Alaska, but it wasn't just exactly. Out of everyone I know who's read this, like even people I'm friends with on the YouTube, they all give this 5 stars, and I give it 4 out of 5 stars. First, let's go over the plot. So this book follows Hazel, and Hazel suffers from a kind of cancer or a disease which causes her lungs to be filled with water. This means that she has to carry around an oxygen tank all around her, and she goes to this club, I don't know. She goes to this kind of support group. It's very Christian, and she's not really into that, so she kind of dreads going. But at the start of this book, she goes and she meets this boy called Augustus Waters. And Augustus Waters had cancer, but he's in the clear now, and he's got a fake leg, I think. And basically it's just their love story, and if they are star-crossed lovers or not. And yeah, I don't want to give anything away because there's a kind of a big twist which I wasn't expecting, so I don't want to say that. I don't want to say anything about that, but it's definitely an awesome book. Only problem was near the middle. I didn't like the whole Amsterdam bit, because I was really looking forward to that, because I love Netherlands completely, but I think I was expecting more. I don't know why, but I was. I give this book 4 stars, but I'm kind of thinking 4.5 stars if I could give 0.5s on Goodreads, which you should. And it's definitely a read rating. People said they cried at this book, but I didn't. So overall, all the John Green books I read, pretty awesome. My favourite would have to be Looking for Alaska, closely followed by The Fault in Our Stars, and then Paper Towns was just kind of, it wasn't bad, just wasn't that good. So that's that from me. The Jackson Pearce books will be up shortly. Probably not tomorrow, maybe later this week, at the weekend, because I have a whole lot of homework to do because I'm still at school, and yeah. I have got the books I'm going to be reading this month, and I've already started the first book, but keep your eyes out for the Jackson Pearce books, I guess, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I'm going to do the reviews. All that